tale of the tape. First, we have Larry Holmes, weighed in at 226 pounds. He stands 6 foot 3 inches tall. And he'll be taking on Muhammad Ali, 6 foot 3 inches tall, the best to ever do it.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes they're going to lose.
And here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes, the man that beat Muhammad Ali but never has really gotten his just due. Criminally underrated. Let's see what he's got in store for us in this one. Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, fighting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Look at this. These fighters are so up for it. Look at that.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Easton Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only 3-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Thank you, Todd. You know what? Outside, it's hot. Inside, it's roasting.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Can't land that jab. Punch, counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Swing and a miss with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter and the cornerman.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that one.
Here we go. It's round 2. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Jab misses. Exchange here from both men. It's all offense all the time. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Holmes in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Come on, breathe.
The bell rings and we start the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Those counter punches have to hurt. No rest for the weary. He scores with the counter. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. That counter punch caught him clean. Fantastic punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Holmes in that last round. Pretty dominant round there.
Get this boxing back together.
On to the fourth we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Can't find a home in that jab. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It's all about Holmes in that one.
You've been posting this fight.
There's the bell to start round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He misses with that straight left. Misses with the straight left. You'd like to see more jabs. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice punch. How about that time counter shot? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Holmes in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. There's the bell for round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Defense is not an option for these two. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Perfect counter shot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Oh my, the big fella just got rocked. in that last round. And around this.
Switch on.
Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Only catching air with that hook. A perfect counter lands. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Good counter punch. Good counter punching. They're both trying for a knockout. Beautiful counter shot. Talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, there was no...
I need you to focus on that.
And we enter the 8th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. That jab misses. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he misses with that jab. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Some might have thought the fight...
The sweetest thing, yeah. I live all the joy you bring.
Welcome to the wonder that is the Atlantis venue. It doesn't get any more unique than this. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my...
Eastern assassin Larry Holmes, perhaps one of the most underrated and underappreciated heavyweight champions of all time. He's got plenty of power and one of the best jabs in the heavyweight division. Deontay Wilder, he is the Bronze Bomber. Only 216 pounds, but one of the biggest hitters in heavyweight history.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Easton, Pennsylvania. Here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues.
What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. That jab doesn't score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whisper in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Lucky that hook didn't score. Nice counter. No rest for the weary. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Holmes in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Come on, switch up. Get your boxer back together. Come on. Here. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up. You got to go back out there and win this round. Got everything in the bag, and now you let him back into it. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's just get out there, and let's go out there and finish it. Good work there. Win the next one, yeah? Good.
And there's the bell to start round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Which fighter will say no mas? So much for boxing. This is a fight. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. That counter shot lands. Do you believe this? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Shots off and don't. Yes, I like that round.
On to the third. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Catch and shoot. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Whoa, Larry Holmes on the back foot. Watch it again one more time. Appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
You'd like to see more jabs. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down.
Here we go to the fourth round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Blocks that jab. Straight right just misses. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with the hook. The perfect counter lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. I promise. Back into the fray here in round 5. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Insane action. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punch. Perfect counter shot. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two were made for each other. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Oh, and this is really going to rub him the wrong way. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Holmes in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's the bell for round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Can't score with that jab. As well to block that left jab. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare if you are not fit. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
That hook just can't find the target. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Round 7, here we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. Swing and a miss with that jab. They exchange punches. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, when you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Do you believe what we're seeing? Both men step back for just a moment. Big swing and a miss with the hook. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete. And we enter the 8th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
Good punch. Well done with that counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. One punch could change everything in this battle. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The left jab is landing at will. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Missing with the hook. That hook won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
Now what we gonna do right here?